He married a mystery alien bride without seeing her. What he found on their first night shocked him, Captain. Ryan Blake stood at the altar of the diplomatic station wondering what he had gotten himself into. The marriage contract between Earth and the mysterious Zephyrian Empire required a human male to wed one of their females to seal the peace treaty. The Zephyrians had refused all visual contact before the ceremony, claiming it was against their sacred customs. The bride approached, wearing a flowing silver veil that covered her entire form. Ryan could only see her glowing blue eyes through the translucent material. Her movements were graceful, almost floating as she walked toward him. The ceremony proceeded in the ancient Zephyrian language, with translators whispering the vows in his ear. After the brief ritual, they were escorted to private quarters aboard the station. Ryan nervously paced the room while his new wife remained silent in the corner. Still veiled, she seemed to be studying him with those piercing blue eyes that seemed to see right through his soul. When the attendants left them alone, Ryan cleared his throat and spoke softly. "I know this is strange for both of us, but we should probably talk. My name is Ryan. Blake and I command the exploration vessel Aurora." The figure slowly reached up and began to remove the veil. Ryan held his breath, expecting to see some terrifying alien features. Instead, what he saw made him gasp in shock. She was breathtakingly beautiful, with pale skin that seemed to shimmer like starlight. Her hair was long and white, flowing like liquid mercury down her shoulders. But what shocked him most were not her alien features, but how human she appeared. "My name is Luna, Ryan Blake of Earth," she said in perfect English with just a slight musical accent. "I have been waiting to meet you for a very long time. How do you know my full name?" Ryan asked, stepping closer. "I never told the diplomats my middle name." Luna smiled, revealing teeth that sparkled like diamonds. "Because I have been studying humans for many years, I volunteered for this marriage mission, specifically to meet you." Ryan felt confused and slightly concerned. "You volunteered. Why would you want to marry a complete stranger?" "Because you are not a stranger to me." Luna moved closer, her eyes never leaving his face. 3 years ago, your ship, the Aurora, rescued survivors from a Zephyrian research vessel that was attacked by space pirates. I was one of those survivors." Ryan searched his memory, then his eyes widened in recognition. "You were the injured woman in the medical bay, but you looked completely different. You had blue skin and silver hair." Luna nodded. "That was my natural form. We Zephyrians are shapeshifters. Ryan, we can alter our appearance at will. The injuries from the pirate attack had damaged my shapeshifting abilities, so I was stuck in my true form. When your medical team saved my life, they also repaired the damage to my cellular structure." "This is incredible." Ryan sat down on the edge of the bed, trying to process the information. "So you can look like anything you want within reason." Luna sat beside him. "I studied human features during my recovery on your ship. I was fascinated by your species' resilience and compassion. When I returned to my people, I kept thinking about the kindness your crew showed me. Especially you." Ryan remembered visiting the medical bay several times to check on the alien survivors. He had brought Luna books and music to help her recovery, never knowing she was memorizing every detail of his face. "You chose to look human for me," he said quietly. "I chose to look like what I thought would make you comfortable." Luna replied, "But this form feels right to me now. I have grown to love human expressions and emotions." Ryan reached out and gently touched her hand. It was warm and soft, completely human in texture. "You gave up your true form for someone you barely knew." "Not gave up," Luna corrected. "I simply chose a new one. Love requires sacrifice and adaptation." "Ryan, your species taught me that." The word love hung in the air between them. Ryan looked into her blue eyes and saw something he had never expected: genuine affection and hope. "You fell in love with me during your recovery?" he asked. "I fell in love with what you represented," Luna said softly. "Compassion, courage, and the willingness to help strangers. When I heard about the marriage treaty, I convinced my people to let me be the bride. I wanted the chance to know you better." Ryan stood up and walked to the window overlooking the stars. This marriage was supposed to be a political arrangement, but you turned it into something real. Luna joined him at the window. On my planet, we believe that love is not something you fall into, but something you choose to build. I chose you, Ryan Blake. Will you choose me? Ryan turned to face her, seeing not an alien bride forced upon him, but a woman who had sacrificed everything for the chance at love. The shimmer in her skin caught the starlight, making her look almost ethereal yet completely human. The peace treaty between our worlds was just the beginning, he said, taking her hands. This is about us now, not politics or diplomacy. Luna smiled, and for a moment her skin flickered, showing hints of her true blue coloring before settling back to human pale. You are not afraid of what I really am? I have seen what you really are, Ryan said, pulling her closer. You are brave enough to change everything for love. That is the most human thing I have ever encountered. As they embraced, Luna whispered in his ear, I have one more surprise for you, Ryan. She stepped back and her form began to shift. Her skin took on a subtle blue tint while keeping her human features. Her hair remained white, but now seemed to move with its own inner light. Her eyes brightened to an electric blue that pulsed with starlight. This is my compromise form, she explained, part Zephyrian and part human. It represents who I am now. Thanks to you. Ryan stared in wonder. You are absolutely beautiful, Luna. In any form. She laughed to sound like silver bells. I told my people that humans were special. Now I get to spend my life proving it. As the artificial night fell over the station, Ryan and Luna sat together planning their future. The marriage that began as a political necessity had become something neither of them expected, a genuine partnership between two beings from different worlds. Luna had chosen love over everything familiar, while Ryan had discovered that home was not a place, but a person. The peace treaty would hold not because of political agreements, but because two hearts had found each other across the vast emptiness of space. Their love story would become legend among both species, proof that understanding and compassion could bridge any gap, even the one between the stars.